I want to say something very important. You may already know it. There is a golden rule that you must remember. Focus on making it a habit rather than the skill itself. And you might ask, how can I make it a habit? Well, only way that you can make it a habit is practicing it. Practicing is the only way of creating a habit, and you have to practice it consciously, not blindly. I want to point out some of the benchmarks of a great engineer, regardless of whether you will be a tester or a developer, or whatever title you have in a Scrum team. First off, you must be a very hardworking person, because you will be working with many people within a team environment. Plus, it will be a Scrum team, which means in daily stand-ups, you need to give daily updates about what you are doing. And of course, you don't want to tell them that you are doing the same thing every single day. And if you are stuck, you gotta ask help from your team. Second, take notes. Take notes at events, meetings, and write down anything that you want to ask your team for clarification. Sometimes when you're in a meeting and the team is discussing about something that you didn't quite understand, and you might be thinking, well, after the meeting, I'm going to ask about what they talked during the meeting. Then, after the meeting is finished, trust me, there's an 80% to 90% chance that you are going to forget it. So, write down. Writing down is the first step to clarify your misunderstanding and your confusions. Next up, be communicative. Hiring companies or hiring managers or teams, they don't need the smartest guy out there. They want someone that they can work together with, someone who is communicative with them as a team. So be a team player, be fun, and have a good relationship with your team members. You don't necessarily have to be friends with them. And actually, I don't recommend you to become friends with your teammates. But having a good relationship and fun is very healthy for you and the team itself. And be humble. This is a personal one. When you are a junior engineer, you don't know anything. But when you are a mid-level engineer, you know everything. When you become a senior one, you don't know anything again. This is how the journey looks like when you are on the path of becoming a master of your career. And the last one that I have on this list for you is reading. I cannot stress this enough. There is not going to be a video tutorial for you about everything out there. I know, it's a lot easier to just watch a video rather than reading about it. But in software engineering, reading documentation is a crucial habit that all types of engineers must have. For example, when you newly join a team, they are not going to give you a video tutorial that explains what software product they are working on. They will simply send you a written documentation which describes everything clearly about what their project is and how the team is working, and also how to set up your computer and what tools to download to your computer to start with. So you have to read through all this documentation. That's why reading and following through a written documentation is another critical benchmark of becoming a great engineer. That's what you have to do. Now let's talk about the specific role and the responsibilities you need to perform if you happen to be a software test engineer or a QA engineer. First off, as always, you gotta understand what you're doing. Understand the product that you are testing or that you are trying to develop. Understanding the product itself is number one step. Then, as a tester, your responsibility would be creating the test cases before you start testing. If you want to test a registration form in your application, then you have to prepare how you're going to test it. Are you going to test it on your phone or on the Safari browser on your computer or on the Firefox browser or the Edge browser? So these are the things that you need to take into consideration before you just jump into testing. Then preparing the test data. Okay, if there is a registration form that you're testing, the registration form has first name, last name, middle name, email, phone number, and many other fields in it. What are the test data that you're going to put into these fields? Those are your test data. For example, for first name, let's put Mike. For the last name, let's put Johnson. And phone number and email and so on. So these are the test data that you need to prepare yourself. Third, report the bugs to the team. Make sure the bugs are getting fixed by the developers, not you. Some bugs are not that important, so the team may decide to fix it at a later sprint. But some bugs are showstoppers. They are big blockers. So they're super urgent that the team needs to fix ASAP. And just reporting the bugs to the team is not enough. You have to retest the feature after its bug is fixed to make sure that it's fixed. Just because a developer tells you, oh, it's fixed, does not mean you don't have to worry. You still need to go and test again to confirm it is fixed. Because if you let it go out of the door, assuming that it's already fixed, then if anything goes wrong in the production environment, in the real environment that the public is using out there, well, the responsibility might come back to you and you will be held accountable.